The synovial hinge joint. An example of this joint is the talocrural. In this joint are three bones joined together. We have the tibia, the fibula, and the talus. The only type of cartilage found in the ankle joint is articular cartilage. Cartilage is just like a teacher. It prevents grinding. Foot dance brought to you by the muscles. The muscles that move the ankle joint are the fibularis brevis and the fibularis longus, which allows eversion of the foot, posterior tibialis, which allows inversion of the foot, gastrocnemius and soleus, which allows for plantar flexion of the foot, and lastly the tibularis anterior, which allows dorsiflexion of the foot.
Common injuries of the ankle joint are fractures, sprains, and strains. There are inversion, sprains, strains, and fractures where the foot is twisted inward, and eversion where the foot is twisted outward. Symptoms of the fractures and sprains are severe and sudden pain, swelling, bruising, and inability to walk. With fractures, the area is also tender to the touch. Depending on the severity of the injury, surgery may be needed, as well as physical therapy. Ankle injuries can take up to 2 years to fully recover pain-free. When a broken bone is unstable, surgery may be necessary, such as open reduction internal fixation. This is when the surgeon opens up the skin, realigns the bone in the correct position, then inserts pins and rods to help heal the bone. When the ankle is minorly sprained, meaning ligaments are damaged, or strained, meaning the tendons or muscles are damaged, one should follow RICE. Rest, ice, compression, elevation.
Now we're going to hear the story of Achilles. According to legend, when Achilles was born, his mother, in an effort to make him immortal, took Achilles to the Styx River and dipped him. She held him by one heel. The area where her fingers held him remained dry. As the heel was not touched by the waters of the Styx, it was the one vulnerable place on Achilles. Achilles became the hero of many battles during the Trojan War. Paris, prince of the Trojans, shot an arrow in the heel of Achilles. Because the heel was the one spot untouched by immortality, Achilles died. That's why we have the Achilles heel.